Hey guys, Abner Miranda here. Today I wanted to talk with you about what you just saw there, which is load when you want to, not when you have to. No, that's not my idea. I got that from Dave Spaulding. I make no bones about the fact that Dave Spaulding is my mentor. Whether you agree with Dave or whether you don't, and guys, I don't always agree with Dave. Dave and I have spirited conversations from time to time about this and that. Whether you agree with an instructor or not, the one thing I would probably venture a guess that we all agree on is the fact that we would prefer to have a loaded firearm in our hands rather than a firearm that has gone empty. And that's where the phrase load when you want to, not when you have to comes from. What Dave is talking about when he says that is, if you've given a bad guy a fair amount of rounds, or multiple bad guys a fair amount of rounds, why would you wait until your weapon is run dry to reload it, top it off, whenever there's a lull in the fight? The one thing that I've consistently found in the training environment, including myself, is that for years, we will run our guns until they run dry. Contact right! Contact right! Get out, get out, get out, get out! We will run our guns until they run dry so that we get to do a really cool looking and then we'll get back on there. Well, the reality of it is that in the training environment is such a nice, perfect little canned environment for us that we are able to do these types of things and feel okay about it. But the reality of it is that in the real world, when the real fight goes looking for you, man, I do not want to run my gun empty. Now, if you're running a Glock 43, which the guy who was standing to my right at the most recent class was running a Glock 43, and by the way, my hat goes off to that man, because guys, he worked, and he worked hard. And the two things that he learned, and that got addressed very loudly, that got said, were the gun runs out of ammo very fast, and that gun is very difficult to load. Forget one-handed manipulations, just straight square range, standing, two hands, perfect environment. The gun runs out of ammo fast, and the gun is very difficult to load, which is why I carry a Glock 19 as my go-to gun, and I don't go any smaller than a Glock 19. During that class, I was finding myself running drill after drill after drill after drill. And at one point, Dave comes over, stops the line, he says, guys, load when you want to, not when you have to. I used to harp on this years ago, and I've stopped because people weren't listening. They wanted to load when they had to, not when they really should be. And I've done, I don't know, five or six classes now with Dave, and I'm like, why am I not getting that? He's been hitting that for years. Why am I not getting that? And literally that class I started.
Low ready position. Get it loaded, get it loaded, get it loaded. Keep working, keep working, keep working.
Later on Sunday, on the last day, I started making sure that I would fire 5 or 6 rounds out of my 15, and I would drop that mag, stick a 21 rounder in, because I carry Magpul PMag 21 rounders, and I would stick a 21 rounder in the gun, and I would just continue rocking on. And I found myself going, this is nice. I'm never actually running out of ammo because I'm loading. You fire 4, 5, 6 shots for a drill, for a skill drill. You finish, you do your check 360, and then holster the weapon. Well, at that point, I would basically finish my check 360. I'd bring the gun back up again, and I'd do a tack swap, and I was always ready to go for the next one. But that's it, guys. Nothing really deep or profound to share with you guys, but just wanted you to think about that. Load when you want to, not when you have to. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.